Good morning, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I am Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. Heather, here you go. Tabitha would like to say hello.
If she could get a full frontal of Tabitha every podcast. So there you go, Heather.
So, quick update. Thank you, everybody who yelled at the Michaels ad. Michaels came and brought me my boxes. I have my boxes. So thank you very much.
The DoorDash person did not steal our boxes or our order.
No, it was a
screw up on Michael's part.
It was a colossal screw up. However, we have our boxes. Everything is cool. So that's good. Also, we should know not to podcast in the afternoon when we're done dyeing because we're tired. And we're not at our best, but we totally forgot to tell you that we listed on Monday over 100 bolts of fabric.
Yes.
So all the Tulip Pink true colors are on. The Tim Holtz eclectic elements that we got are on, and they're gorgeous.
There's a line called Adelaide Grove. That's just beautiful.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So yeah, and it's somebody's comment. Was a guess about our theme for 2021 was fabric lines for that tulip person that we like. So I will try and enunciate a little more clearly.
It's Tula!
Those of you who don't know, it's Tula Pink. She is a fabric designer that we love and swear we're friends with.
Oh my God, yes. We're totally friends with Tula.
So, she is normally very bright, vibrant colors. If you search Tula Pink, you will see a lot of her quilts and they're just very bright. And that is what the True Colors line is her very bright colors. And then her line work fabric line, which was the first one we brought in, was a deviation because she went black and white, but she couldn't completely allow herself to go black and white. So each one has little tiny pops of her signature colors in it. So the True Colors line is designed as I hate to use the term neutral because Tula is anything but neutral. However, it is a neutral line to go with all of her fabric lines because all of her fabric lines have the same color palette. So that these background fabrics, shall we say, go with everything.
They are going to be perfect to add little pops if you're a quilter, to add sashing, or
Right.
If you're doing something that's in more it's not guarded, it's tamer shades, and then you just want to pop.
Yeah.
Adding a square or two of Tula's True Colors is going to make everything pop. So
it's going to go beautifully with the line work, the black and white line, because if you're making a quilt with the black and white, you don't want too much of the black and white, especially since there's a lot of stripes and flowers and that kind of thing. So you're going to want something to break it up a little bit, and the True Colors is perfect because it will also then accentuate the little bits of color that are in the black and white. So.
And it is mostly a solid. It has little things on it like a geode drawing or polka dots or things like that, but it is basically a solid. It doesn't have too much busyness going on.
But again, she can't bring herself to do a solid.
Oh, no.
So.
No. Anyway, so check them out. Helen will have put pictures at the beginning, right?
Yeah, I'll have a little thing at the beginning.
Of the lines that are now online and ready to go.
Right.
So,
and Tim Holtz on the other end, a lot of you may know him from the paper world, but he also has fabric lines, and his are much more neutral.
Right.
With just a slight bit of grunge to them, but they're a much more neutral palette. Also equally beautiful, just a totally different side of the spectrum.
They're very, very soft.
Yeah.
So.
And then in the middle of the two is the Adelaide Grove, because she's just soft palettes and gardeny, and it's so pretty.
So pretty. Oh my God, I love those.
So again, I will also put links to each of the different collections down below the video. And when I know I say this a lot, but when I say below the video, if you are watching on your phone or your iPad or your computer screen, when you're in YouTube and you're not in full screen, there is a a window that
A little box.
a little box that's got just a little bit of our description of what's going on, and then you can drop it down and get further information, and that's generally where we put all the links and show notes. So
There you go.
there you go.
Okay. So hopefully we will have some things in these different lines that we'll be able to show you soon that we've been
Yeah.
making with them. Soon, hopefully. All right. Lots and lots
Use that
of
word a lot.
what? Hopefully.
Yes.
I use my word for 2021. Hopefully. Um.
That reminds me. Another thing we forgot.
What?
Last week when we did the shop update of our colors, we forgot to say we dyed up a whole slew of Hope Springs. Hope Springs was our color for Maryland. When we were very hopeful that things were ending relatively soon after Maryland.
Ha 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 ha.
However, it's a beautiful colorway. It's a beautiful spring color. But we wanted to start the year with hope. So we dyed up a whole slew of Hope Springs. So that is available.
Oh, we put up a bunch of stories yesterday for Instagram. If you are not on Instagram, you might have missed that making its comeback is Sock Toad. So as we are dyeing things, we are making sure that we are dyeing them in Sock Toad as well as 100% superwash. We're keeping both of them because for us, Sock Toad is wonderful for socks, but when it comes to shawls, we prefer 100% superwash because it's a little bit softer.
Yeah.
So looking at them side by side, it's very difficult to tell the difference, but when you start feeling them, you really can tell. And for us, if I'm going to have something around my neck, a cowl, a shawl, a hat type of thing, I kind of want it to be the 100% superwash when I'm making my
not
socks.
getting the full
Excuse me.
wear that a sock would.
Right. So when I'm making my socks, then I want it to be the Sock Toad. We did have somebody ask us, what the bases were because we call them Sock Toad and Toad DK and that kind of thing. For us, we add Toad into everything because we are the Toads. But Sock Toad is our 80-20 superwash nylon mix. 100% Toad is 100% superwash in fingering. Toad DK is our DK. And Sweater Toad is our Aran. And then we have Hairy Toad, which is the other thing that we talked about yesterday. We are starting to dye Hairy Toad again,
Right.
too. So,
And Hairy Toad is 74% Surrey baby Surrey alpaca, 26% silk.
So we are bringing that back in and dyeing that in mostly our tonals.
And lighter tonals because our palette, we prefer the Hairy Toad in the lighter tonals.
Yes.
So
If there is something that you would like in a different color, you are doing something in The Circus Only Comes at Night and you are desperate for Hairy Toad in the circus, send us a message.
Yeah.
And we will be glad to help you.
However, for the darker shades, the silk resists the dye, so it is especially black. It is going to be gray. There is no getting the Surrey black, so it is not going to match the colors, and that I think is probably why we prefer it in the lighter tones because we find it with the Highland base as well.
And the Cotton Eye Toad.
And the Cotton Eye Toads, they just don't take the dye the same way the superwash does. So that for the darker colors, you're getting several shades beneath the intended color.
Right.
So that's
And there were a couple with the Highland Toad where we dyed it 3 or 4 times and just didn't get any darker.
yeah. I
so-
mean, some of the Highlands just don't even in the darker shades don't even resemble
yeah.
the color.
Okay, so that's we were dyeing Surrey yesterday, so
Yeah.
the Hairy Toad is coming back too.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, if there is something that you are looking for on our website that is not listed right now, reach out to us. Let us know. We can tell you whether it's been discontinued or whether it's going to be on the dye list coming up. Just let us know what you're looking for
Yeah.
because we'd love to help you. All right. That does it, right?
I think
that's
that's-
the announcements.
We have
Oh.
winners.
Yes. So lots of people gave us their thoughts as to what you think we're doing. And Bridgerton seems to be a very popular
Right.
one.
I was very wrong. You guys do not know what we're doing.
Bridgerton is not the answer. However, Bridgerton
I can
will
see
be...
completely where You'd think it would be, but
Yes.
we've had this plan since last year this time
Yeah.
for what 2021 would be.
And Bridgerton is definitely going to be a series of colors that
Right.
we do. It's just not the whole theme for the year.
Yeah.
Also, lots of nature and garden and
Women in history.
Lots of women in history.
which I thought was a fun one.
right. Somebody planned out the Odyssey for us.
With names.
Yes, which is very cool.
Yeah.
but not right. Sorry, no. It is not woodland animals, and it is not where toads
A
live.
couple of Winnie the Poohs. That's not right either.
Yep. So,
Valid guesses, but no.
so Friday, you'll find out on Friday. However, lots and lots of people gave us their answers. So, who are our
If you
winners?
don't know, if you missed a couple podcasts, Friday at noon, we are going live on YouTube to reveal 2021's theme.
Yep. Okay. We have 2 winners. We have 2 packets of mini skeins. There are 24 different mini skeins. There are some are 10 gram, some are 20 gram. They're not ours. They're something that we got in a swap, and we are passing them on. So,
First up, first winner is Cheryl March. And Cheryl says, love both of your sweaters. New theme is all about the animals that live in and around your home with a question mark. Valid guess?
yes.
No, but it did not preclude you from winning.
So-
Cheryl, please get in touch with us via email, toadhollowNJ@gmail.com with your address, and we will ship them out to you. And number 2, were you going to say something else?
Nope. Go ahead.
Okay. Number 2 is Shoeless Monk 1, and I'm pretty sure you are from South Jersey, if you are who I'm thinking of. But again, please email us. And your also a very popular guest was new theme, popular desserts. And sweaters are looking good. It's so funny how a cat's tail moves. But yes,
Great British Bake Off.
I can
Desserts.
That was a
Lots
big
of people
one.
guessed that.
No.
Sorry. Nope. Okay. So
Run!
Cheryl.
Cheryl and Shoeless Monk.
Right.
Please get in touch with us.
toadhollowNJ@gmail.com.
Yeah, and congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations.
And thank you to everybody who commented, because I love doing these things because I love seeing what people say.
Also, getting ideas.
Yeah.
Seeing what you guys are thinking and getting ideas. All right. Shall we talk stitching?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am going to show you. Helen's doing English paper piecing. I'm doing cross stitch because I am working on my temperature blanket by Christy DiClementi. I have kept up to date. I just have to put in yesterday's temperature.
Okay, look at your bookshelf.
I know. It's really coming along.
And look at your New Jersey. She practically has a different color for every single day.
All right. So this is January's bookshelf. I am doing high and low temperatures. So each book has 2 colors. I am differing the heights of each day so that you can see exactly where the days start and end. And then I have started...
How it's coming out.
It really is pretty, isn't it? I started putting in... I talked about putting in the temperatures down the side.
Go a little higher. There you go.
So I have started putting those in.
So as you hit a new color, you
I
try
put
and
it in.
put it in.
So that's what I am doing. So I will be able to look over and see what the temperature was. I totally misjudged my placing here. So I have this break here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, up here, I'm going to cross stitch the word temperature. And down here, I'm going to put library so that I know exactly what this was. And going across the top is a spot to put in the year. She's got the top of the bookcase, and it's got a spot for the year.
bookcase has a
So I will be putting that
decorative
in
top.
as I get to it. So
It's so cool.
it is. So you can see where we've been. I had one day where the high temperature was in the 40s and the low was 18. Welcome to New
I was going to
Jersey.
say, welcome to New Jersey. We're 50 tomorrow, and I think a low of like 20 or something.
Yeah.
So it's just...
So yes, I'm very, very pleased with it and how it's coming out so far. And I really like the way the temperatures look on the side.
Do you know
I
what
think it's kind of cool.
fabric this is?
Yes. I wrote it down on my card.
Well, look at you,
I
because
know.
I really like the modeled look of that fabric.
All right, it's Picture This Plus. It's 18 count Aida, and the color is Mirage.
Okay, I like that.
So yeah. There you go. That's what I have been doing.
Very cool.
I put in a couple of stitches on another project, but I can't show you yet because it's all part of the theme. However, you will be able to see it soon. Alrighty.
I have been working on my bear in the tree just a little bit. You can't really see it because I haven't put that much into it. Significant progress, and he is also about to go away.
Christmas is over.
Christmas is over, and it's not close enough to, and it's to the point where it's just like, when I think about cross stitching, I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I move on to something else. So I'm not excited about cross stitching on it anymore. So I'm going to put it away, pull out something else. So, but in the meantime, I have started a new English paper piecing project.
Do you want me to hold something?
Sure, if you want to hold it. I have it in my project box.
I'm
because
telling you, these things are great.
I have, very unlike me, I planned out the whole quilt. I picked the fabrics that I'm using. I cut all the pieces. I basted all the pieces. So all I have to do is go in and pick what I want and stitch it that day. So I picked it from this book, The Seedling Quilts, by, I know her as Tales of Cloth. Jody Godfrey. She is Australian, but she is Tales of Cloth on Instagram, which if you follow a lot of English paper piecing, I am sure you follow her because she has gorgeous quilts. So the one I chose, I just had it. I'm going to do most of the quilts from this book because they are all gorgeous. But the one I chose is called the Rosemary Quilt. And I chose it because it's a part English paper piecing, part machine piecing. So there are only 9 pieces that you EPP. And then you just machine piece the rest of it. So I thought this would be something that I could put together relatively quickly. I only had 9 blocks to do with the English paper piecing, and then I could put it all together. So I created my little library card for it. And I have 4 of the 9 stars done.
Actually, what I can do is I can hold the box and you can
okay.
fold up.
Oh, I can tell you what fabric I used. It was a fat quarter that we had in stash. It is the New Forest Winter Fat Quarter Bundle from Lewis and Irene. And then I added, 3 fat quarters from the Ombre Fairy Dust from Moda, because I didn't have quite enough.
Look at us working through stash.
Yes. If I work through stash, more can come in.
Yeah.
So these are my stars. So this is the first one. So for the pointier ones, it was just a random cut, but then I did some fussy cutting on the bigger ones. There's another one. That one. So, and then I have all of my rectangles cut so that once I am done, this is not flip like paper.
Yeah.
Put it all together. So once I'm done the 9 pieces, they get appliqued onto the white. So that would be the next time-consuming part of the whole process.
Are you going to do that by hand or on the machine?
No, by hand, because she hides the stitches.
Okay.
It's not part of the quilting process.
Okay.
So I will hand stitch those on, and then it's just a matter of placing everything where I want, and sewing it all together. So, I mean, not like really fast like the one I did this weekend, but also not, I have to hand piece every single part of the quilt together.
So she's got her little baggies that have all the pieces for the next stars all ready to go and done. So when she's ready, all she has to do is pick up a baggie and start sewing.
It's terribly organized of me and very unlike me, but I also realized that if I was going to get it done, I had to have it all worked out, because what was stopping me from starting was making the decision
Right.
of what to use, and if I pick these fabrics, will it ultimately work in the end? So if I pick the whole thing start to finish, then
Do you want to put the book and stuff in
yeah.
and we'll close it up?
So the Seedling Quilts by Jody Godfrey.
And she is doing the rosemary quilt.
Right. All the information again down below. So that is my stitching. For those of you wondering about the one I was working on for Christmas, I put that away. The piece that I was EPPing for Christmas. So that will come out again next year.
Yeah. All right. I think we are ready to go.
I think so.
We have lots to do today, and I have to run to the post office and a couple other things. So we are going to get going. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day.
Yes, go forth and create.
And we will see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Are we doing anything tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thursday?
Chatting.
Just chatting?
Yeah.
We could talk about books. Maybe we'll talk about books because I've finished 3 books.
I may have finished one by then. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll talk books tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow about books.
Okay.
All right. Bye.